Alright guys, I guess I should drop down to main frame. It's another lovely day out here, so I'm going to go ahead and do our class from outside. So we're going to continue with the guard. I'm going to start working what we might refer to as kind of a body lock position. And so for this position, I'm going to be in my closed guard, right? Got my knees are wide, but my heels are pulled in. He might be posturing up. He might be doing whatever. Normally, I'm going to have some level of access to his arms, unless they're like way up here. They're usually not going to put their arms on the ground, and the reason for that is I can start to trap it. I can start going for that Kimura relatively easily if they do that. I can start going for omoplatas. So that people generally don't, if they know anything about wrestling, they're not going to usually put their hands on the ground like that. So usually they're going to be up here on me in some way or another. And the only way I might not have it, it might be here. So what I'm going to do usually a lot of times is I'm usually going to come under this arm and go to the arm that I'm trying to trap. I'm going to go to the wrist here. Now as I break his posture down, instead of just, breaking it mostly straightforward and just getting my head off the center line, I'm going to actually start to move his arm to my other side of my body. I take this hand and I hold on to that wrist because I don't want him pulling it back right now. And so just for a second, right? If he gets really jerky with it, he's going to start to be able to pull that back. So I'm going to reach up, I'm going to grab, and usually, if they're not a fucking foam roller with a gi on, we'll usually have to get on my side and sit up, and I'm going to squeeze right at his armpit here, right? So you can see I'm grabbing right here at the armpit as high up as I can, and then I'm pulling my body into his body, and from here I get back underneath him, okay? Now if I wanted to go to the mount at this point, what I would do is I would start to, because I've already got this kind of angle going, I'm going to keep moving onto that angle as far over as I can get, and a lot of times I'm going to underhook this leg here, and what's going to happen, because I'm putting that twist in his body, he's going to start to fall over just on his own, and I'm going to look the direction I want him to go, and I'm just going to follow him over. So if you think about it, what I'm doing here is I'm moving that arm over to the side here, and then I'm squeezing to my body to his body, and I'm moving back underneath him. And what that's doing is it's starting to lift up his arm here and start to drive his shoulder down. And what happens is the hips get heavy, and people are generally going to fall over from that. So without a partner here, right, I am breaking the posture down by flaring my knees, digging my heels in, and I'm moving him off the center line. I'm using this hand to keep his arm there just for half a second. Sometimes I might have to open up my guard at this point in order to sit up. But really what I want to, when I do that break and I pull him over to the side, I want to get onto my side, right? And so from here, I'm going to sit up. Notice that I'm on my elbow to sit up. I'm going to grab his armpit, his lat right here, and then I'm going to hold my body to his shoulder. I want his shoulder basically stuck on my sternum as I come back under him, and then I start scooting to that angle. Now from here I usually don't need to lock my guard back up, right? So what's going to happen is my legs usually going to be coming up here, so you might even straighten it out, and that's going to make you a lot heavier. I'm going to hook that leg, and then I'm going to take him on the angle. Notice guys, I'm not taking him straight to the side, right? That's going to be really hard to do. Instead, I'm taking him on this back angle, and then I sit up. All right? So, one thing about this, if you're trying to do this sweep, a lot of times what people will do is they might start to really base out, and might be doing everything they can to move their weight over here. And it's going to be harder and harder for you to get that sweep. So, what you need to do, right? And the sun's in my eyes. So what you need to do is the more you get over on this angle, the higher your leg's going to be up in the armpit. So remember, over here is the dead angle. That's where I'm trying to take him. So what I want to do is I'm going to start shaking my leg and bring my leg all the way down. And that's going to get him to actually start to unroot and fall over. All right? So I guess one last time I'll do it from this side. So break his posture down. As I'm doing so, I'm grabbing his tricep here. Notice that a lot of times when I'm trying to get these arm grips, I'm getting them close to the shoulder or above the elbow joint. Because again, this is going to be harder to hold on to. So this just pins. This one grabs above the elbow, and I break his posture down, and I get on my side as I switch hands. So now I'm holding on to that wrist. As I start to sit up, I grab right into his armpit. Now, I start getting back onto my back, and I start pivoting around so I get perpendicular to him. I extend my leg, bring it as high up into his armpit as I can. Other leg drops down, shake if I need to, and then come up into the mount. All right, there's your Bodylock Sweep.